The nation has been left in disbelief. For years, Ben Shephard has been the man who greets Britain with a smile, that familiar warmth that makes mornings feel just a little brighter. From Good Morning Britain to This Morning, he's been the calm and the chaos, the laughter before the day begins. But now, behind that trademark smile lies a truth that has broken hearts across the country. Because the man who's lifted millions with his humor and kindness has been quietly fighting a battle of his own, a private and painful struggle with cancer. For months, no one knew, not even some of his closest colleagues. Ben carried on as if nothing had changed, showing up, smiling, cracking jokes, asking the questions everyone else was too nervous to ask. But the sparkle in his eyes, that effortless charm, began to dim. Viewers noticed. His energy seemed different, the laughter softer, the smiles a little slower. And yet, every morning, he kept showing up. He didn't want sympathy. He didn't want headlines. He wanted normalcy. One more day to make someone laugh. One more morning to bring light into living rooms across the country. But behind closed doors, it was a different story. Annie, his wife, his rock, his best friend, saw what the cameras couldn't: the quiet pain, the fatigue, the nights that felt too long and the mornings that came too soon. They'd always been a team, Ben and Annie, the kind of love story that grows stronger in silence, not because life is perfect, but because they face it together. And when the doctors delivered the news that would change everything, Annie's world stopped. Yet, in that moment, she chose love over fear. She became his strength, his reason to keep fighting. Friends say Annie has barely slept some nights. She stays up reading, researching, praying, desperate to find hope in medical journals and hospital corridors. She's been there for every appointment, every tear, every small victory. She holds his hand through the pain and somehow still manages to smile because she knows he needs to see her strong. A family friend said it best. She's her anchor. Even on his worst days, she finds a way to make him laugh. She reminds him who he is, not a patient, not a diagnosis, but Ben Shephard, the man who makes the world smile. Ben's journey began quietly. Headaches, fatigue, moments of dizziness he brushed aside as just being tired. Like most people, he ignored the signs. He had shows to film, stories to tell, people to meet. Life was too busy to slow down, until the doctors told him he had to. The diagnosis hit him hard. For someone who's always been the strong one, the one who lifts others up, it was a challenge to face his own vulnerability. But that's the kind of man Ben is. Even in the hardest moments, he found a way to laugh, to make others feel better, even when his own world felt uncertain. Those who work with him say you'd never guess what he's going through. He still shows up, still cracks a joke in the studio, still checks in on others before himself. One of his colleagues said, "He'll be in pain, tired, and still be the first person to make you smile. That's just Ben. He doesn't let you see the hard stuff." And while his body fights a cruel disease, his spirit refuses to surrender. He's determined to live, to love, and to keep doing what he was born to do: make people feel good. Annie has stood beside him every step of the way, managing their home, protecting their children, and keeping life as normal as possible. She doesn't complain. She doesn't seek attention. She simply loves him, deeply, fiercely, unconditionally. Ben often says Annie is his safe place, his peace, and now she's also his courage. Their love has taken on new meaning, no longer just about laughter and light, but about holding each other through the storms. As news of his illness became public, fans from across the world have sent messages of love, prayers, and gratitude. Thousands of people have shared how Ben's kindness touched their lives, how his laugh helped them through their own dark times, how his smile made mornings easier. One fan wrote, "Ben Shephard has made us smile for years. Now it's our turn to make him smile." Another shared, "He's given us strength when we needed it most. Now he deserves every bit of it back. Doctors say Ben's optimism is playing a huge part in his treatment, that his positivity, the same one we've seen on screen all these years, is helping him heal. Of course, the road ahead is long. Some days will be harder than others. But with Annie by his side and the nation behind him, Ben's determination shines brighter than ever. A close friend revealed, he's not fighting just for himself. He's fighting for his family, for Annie, for their children, for every future morning they'll share together. And perhaps that's what makes this story so powerful. It's not just about illness, it's about love, real love, the kind that doesn't fade when life gets hard, but deepens. The kind that holds your hand in hospital rooms and whispers, "We'll get through this." Even now, Ben remains grateful. Grateful for the support, for the love, for every sunrise he gets to see, for Annie's laughter in the kitchen, the sound of his son's voices, the comfort of home. These are the things that matter most. Though they've chosen to keep much of this journey private, what shines through is unmistakable courage, hope, and unbreakable devotion. Ben Shephard may be facing one of the greatest battles of his life, but he's doing it with the same grace, humor, and humility that made the world fall in love with him in the first place. And while Annie's tears tell the story of fear and heartbreak, her strength tells another, one of love that refuses to give up. Because this isn't just Ben's story, it's their story, a love that stands tall against life's cruelest tests. So tonight, as millions think of him, we send our prayers, our strength, and our hearts to Ben and Annie. He has spent his career lifting the spirits of a nation. Now it's our turn to lift his.